Hey guys, we're taking a look at the crafting in Fractured Online. Now, the crafting in this game is pretty much 100% of the game almost, outside of killing mobs and killing each other. So let's say a third of the game. Um, and everything in this game is player made. So mobs aren't dropping weapons, mobs aren't doing that shit. Uh, Everything you're going to do out there, everything you're going to get is going to be made by a player. And as it stands, I think the crafting this game is complete and utter fucking garbage. So for a game that like a big portion of it is where it's at, like it's fucking treasonous where it stands. It's terrible, and if they keep it this way, nobody's playing this fucking shit. So you have your primitive stuff. You'll get this. You'll understand. This through your tutorial. You'll pick your weapons, what you want to play with. You can make them. You can switch at any time. That's cool. So if we go in here, everything you make by hand, as it says down here, is always poor quality. Great. Whatever. Can I go make these primitive things at a fucking bench? No. So guess what? Still poor quality. If I come in here, I was like, let me max out my primitive bow. All right, cool. Creation of excellent quality. Nope. Still going to come out poor. Because, again, it's being made in my inventory. So they're contradicting themselves there. So that's shit. The only thing that really changes is the quality doesn't change. It's still poor, but the like a portion of it does change. Here, I'll show you if I come up to my character. So my durability goes up. That's it. Whoop-de fucking do. Wow. I made. Fuck, I don't even want to know how many bows I made. Probably 200 plus bows. That's a rough guesstimate. And on top of that, it's not giving you any XP for doing all that. So I thought maybe my thought process on it was that, hey, I'm going to max this out and then I will be able to craft these bows here. And so I knew I could craft them here at this bench, but I thought maybe I wouldn't need the recipe to craft them if I had all these things. Wrong. Okay, so even though my thing's maxed out, doesn't even matter. I can craft these bows here. As you can see, the primitive bows not here. So again, I can't get my higher quality bow that I just spent a bunch of time on. And I can't make these. And so let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about recipes and how terrible that system is right now. Um, Recipes are only dropping from CR4, challenge rating 4, mobs and higher. Really, the best way to get this information is to go to their wiki page, and I'll put this link in the video down below. And here are the CR ratings. So as you can see, we'll come down here. Let's go to some ads here. All ones, see 0%, your twos, your threes, and here's your fours. Yeah, those are your drop rates. Yep. Okay. You're like, well, those are kind of still easy mobs. Those are all soloable mobs. Fine, whatever. Let's get down to the next tier. Wow. Big jump. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go to the end. Ooh. Watch out, guys. You have a 7% chance on the toughest mobs in the game of CR10 to get that recipe for that short bow or for that long bow or for any of the weapons for that matter in the game. So anything that requires a recipe. So yeah, that's garbage. Like who's gonna do that? Like you've just alienated like any solo people, any small guilds that are gonna go out there and play the game. Overall, you're really kneecapping like everybody. And what it's really going to come down to is like it's going to be a numbers game. Who's grinding the most out there, and then those people, it's going to go to their guilds officers and top people. So it's a really big bummer. All right, let's move on though. Let's go to the crafting of other things. So in here, you might think, all right, I'm going to craft an axe. Again, more recipes, and all this shit. Whatever. Let's go to it though. These are interchangeable, so that's cool. I do not know how these affect quality or something. To me, if I had to like, I don't want to guess here. and I can't really find anything on the wiki for it. But my guess would be it's probably something like Mortal Online 2. If you didn't play that game, it kind of was different depending on the material used. It would change these stats in here a little bit, just a tiny bit, not a lot, but who knows? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you just need a different I mean, it seems like they're all the same quantity, so I don't know. Maybe you can just grind out a bunch of copper at the copper mine or iron or something like that. But you can make those interchangeable. The base stats, the base ones aren't. So yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Credit mastery is poor. City mastery is normal. Got the report quality. Yeah, so full plate, that's cool. You guys can go get that, you warriors. But anything, again, these are recipes above. Yeah, tower shields. Get some chainmail. Woo! But yeah, so far the crafting is really not impressive. Again, this game is mostly crafting, so don't understand the concept of it. Then like gatekeeping is so hard. Maybe I get it, it's pre-alpha, but it is really terrible. As you can see, people are just crafting shit and dumping it everywhere, and it's all useless stuff. Your handles. Cool. Now to quickly go over, just to drop in here and talk about the house crafting. If you decide to go out there and buy a plot and craft a house in the plot, be aware that it is 4,000 gold to put that house down, and then it is 2,000 gold every week for the upkeep of that plot. So definitely keep that in mind before you go out there. Gold, I mean, you can grind thousands of gold a day, especially if you have a buddy, and even fighting like lower level stuff like the CR3, CR4 stuff, you're going to pick up gold pretty quick. But as it stands, I would say the crafting in this game is very weak. I think if I go to their wiki, let's see here, what did they say about it? Their wiki page here. Talents, friends, skills, equipment, or not. Here's how they describe it. Equipment is not the solution. This is a very common mistake done by new players. Getting a short bow will not make all that difference over your primitive bow. Even less for mages. Warriors want to grab a metal weapon as soon as possible, though. That'll make a decent difference in general. If you want your character to become stronger, equipment is not your first aim. You want skills. So it's like, okay, you want to go out and get skills, and skills involve fighting more mobs and beating harder mobs. And I've unlocked quite a few. I've got like heals now and stuff that help me defeat things like the fire shamans and things because they remove debuffs and stuff. But still, like I'm not doing anything special. I can put a poison on here. The poisons are okay, but it's not, like as many hours as I put into this to still be using primitive gear. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like doesn't feel right. It's kind of boring. Like, I mean, I think that's why we play MMOs and sandbox games, is to craft and obviously to get better tier stuff. If I know I'm just going to be running around with the same starter bullshit forever, like that's not very exciting. If everybody wants to drop, so everybody wants new gears. That's kind of like what you're chasing to be, a badass and look badass in front of everybody. So yeah, if you guys got questions about the comment, drop them below. I'll try to answer them best I can. I'm still covering this game for the weekend, but there's got to be some overhauls to the crafting system. Hopefully they realize it because there's a lot of complaints. Yeah, not a lot of people are having a good time with it. I've noticed in help chat, everybody's kind of confused, and yeah, I don't blame anybody. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Hopefully this was helpful.